Good evening, Doak cooks. I've been on a field trip. I actually have had this concept and idea in my head for a while on my next meal I was going to produce. And part of that required us to go pick up some ingredients. And those ingredients would be smoked, cooked, prepared wings. See, wings are always on my brain. I can't stop thinking about wings. I can when I'm talking about ribs. Hello, my pretties. So these wings are exclusively brought to you by Jazzy Bees. Jazzy Bees, go eat there. They are incredible. Their barbecue is wonderful. So what am I doing with Jazzy Bees ribs? Well, we're gonna process them and then we're gonna go in Asian flair. So I'll explain after I get these guys cut down. So give me a second, we'll cut them down, and we'll figure out what we're doing today. Oh, I'm so excited. I keep calling these wings. These are not wings. I'm not an extreme moron. These are ribs. So the video brought to you today is by Jazzy Bees. Jazzy Bees is bringing you ribs, not wings. They do have wings, but today we're gonna be dealing with their ribs because their ribs are incredible. So, okay, let's get to it. Okay, that's one wing. Wing, I keep doing it. Oh my gosh, that is one rib. Ribs, rib meat, not wings. That is one rib. I'm gonna process the others and then we'll come right back. All right, so, not wings. Our rib meat has been processed. So what do we do with all this rib meat? Why was I being so careful? Why was I trying to make these into uniform little pieces, bite-sized little chunks? What are we doing? Well, I'm gonna take this and we're gonna convert this into pork fried rice. It was a mistake that I made many years ago that turned out to be incredibly delicious. So let's spin ourselves over to the stove and get this going. So a couple of years ago, we had leftover rice. And I actually threw some away because it went bad in the fridge. And so I asked the internet, was it possible, could I take our leftover Chinese rice and freeze it? And the internet said I could. So I did, which was great. While I was at a Japanese steakhouse, I was actually watching the chef prepare our fried rice and saw that he was utilizing some ingredients that I actually had already as staples in my fridge and my pantry. So while he was preparing our fried rice, I took note and began to bring staples into my freezer and my fridge for when I have an opportunity to be able to make some fried rice. And it just so happens that the mistake that I made was I had a bunch of rib meat left over from Jazzy B's, and I guess it wasn't really a mistake or a happy mistake. I was looking to make a fried rice of sorts. I didn't want to make shrimp fried rice. I didn't want to make chicken fried rice. I actually want to make pork fried rice. I didn't have any pork in the house, but I did have leftover rib meat. So I processed the rib meat, and lo and behold, the smokiness of the barbecued spices and how this is prepared elevates the fried rice to a level I've never had before. It's amazing. So this recipe starts with smoked ribs and ends with a whole lot of delicious existing seasonings and spices that are commonly used to make fried rice anyway. So that's all. So there's the explanation. Let's get over back to the stove. And there you have it, Jazzy B's infused ribbed pork fried rice. I could have done it without Jazzy B's. Jazzy B's could have done it without me. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you could have enjoyed your ribs without me. Anyway, so pork fried rice. It takes a while. I think we've all learned a valuable lesson that you can, in theory, freeze a container of Chinese white rice, but you probably should thaw it after you freeze it. Otherwise, you're gonna throw a giant container of frozen rice into your cast iron pan, and it's gonna sit there for a half an hour, which is what happened to me. So we're all learning here, everyone. We're all learning. So I hope you enjoy it. Happy Sunday. Doak Cooks. See you guys next time.
I got a broken face.